Welcome back to this week's show. As you guys can see, luck finally swung our way and we finally caught up with Hog Jr. But on this week's episode, we got a really fun hunt from Nolan Redeker. He's been doing a lot of self-filming and he was chasing a deer that he called Deuce. Sounds like he's got 3 years of history with him, and overall it's just really cool footage, but we'll dive into that hunt. I hope you guys enjoy it.
As I'm sure you can hear, it is super windy this morning, about 20-mile-an-hour winds, so for that reason I decided to come up into timber. There's just a large amount of does that stay up in here, so there's got definitely, I think the bucks are on lockdown, so there's definitely got to be at least a couple does up in here in heat, so hopefully the big bucks are up in here with them and I can get a shot at one this morning. Well, good evening, guys. I am on a doe hunt this evening. It is December the 20th. I'm in here this evening hoping that they'll be working east to the food. So I got 2 doe tags in my pocket. My dad is sitting a little bit farther down the ridge, so hopefully we can get some does down. It's finally breaking daylight this morning. I'm on my favorite oak ridge. If you guys have followed along the last couple of years, you've recognized this spot. I'm after a buck that I've decided to name Deuce. He's an awesome deer. I've had pictures of him for the past 3 years and seen him 2 years ago and then last year during doe season. I'm excited for this morning's Cindy. He finally showed back on camera here 2 weeks ago. Hopefully I have some action up in here this morning. Well, guys, there you have it. There is the first Deuce encounter of the year. It's crazy. That's the first time I've seen that deer and not had him at 10 yards. But he looks really good. Really long tines. I think he looks better than he did last year, and he looked pretty nice last year. So that's real exciting. I'll consider on hunting him tonight. But I'll definitely be back in here again tomorrow morning if not. So really exciting to see him. have a ton of time left. Finally laid eyes on him. He didn't have a doe, so he's gonna be looking here. So gotta stick after him. We are close to night. Oh my gosh, he continues to beat me. There's still time left, but he seemed like he had a destination in mind, which was unfortunately towards my truck. This deer's got me shaken up. It's exciting when you can chase a buck like this and play this cat and mouse game, but it seems like I'm so close yet so far. Awesome day, just a really fun hunt, so gonna stick after him. Well, good morning, guys. Just getting in the stand this morning, running a little late, but got everything set up. It's just one of those mornings. It's been a long year, but maybe I'll get lucky this morning. I'm after Deuce. I'm up on the ridge, like in the spot I normally like to sit. Got a perfect south wind this morning. Last known pictures of Deuce were down on the field a couple days ago, so I know he's still in here. And I'd hope that I can get him here soon. I'm worried that once rifle season kicks in that he might get shot, so gonna hunt him hard over the next couple weeks. So hopefully he's in here looking for some does this morning. One of the best days I've had experience with is November 20th, and just here these couple days before Thanksgiving have always seemed to be really good. So hopefully the bucks are moving this morning. And it'd be awesome to get Deuce on the ground, so we'll see if we can't get lucky.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. I'm just sitting here thinking, man, what is going on? I haven't seen deer up in here for days. He's dead right there. I am so speechless right now. I've chased that deer harder than I've ever chased any deer in my entire life. And he's dead right there. I think that's my 5th encounter this season. Oh my gosh, Deuce is dead. Well, I've got my helpers with me and we're just standing at the arrow now. Had to walk past him a little bit going out to drop all my stuff off and shed some layers. Didn't go up to him yet though, so that's gonna be the exciting part. But here's the arrow. It's completely coated. That's what you like to see. Wow. Oh my gosh. Look at that thing. The legend himself. Oh, I can't believe it. Well guys, it's definitely been my best season ever. This has been my 4th encounter with this deer, and it's been one heck of a chase. Probably the best chase I've ever had for a single deer. I've never really targeted a single buck like I have this one, and this year we really didn't have a ton of options as far as shooters to chase, so I kind of chose this buck as one of the ones I really wanted to kill, and I hunted him really hard. First encounter was back in October, mid-October, on a morning hunt, and then the past several have been over the past couple weeks. The story of this buck started 2 seasons ago. I was in here hunting a really big 8-point that we had, and the first hunt I ever saw this buck, I was after that 8-point, and I actually missed that deer. But Deuce cruised by that morning. Then last year, he really wasn't on the farm at all until about mid-December, and I came up in here to shoot some does after I'd filled my buck tag, and wouldn't you know it, Deuce walks by 2 separate times at 10 yards. So up to that point, I'd seen him in person 3 times, every time right between our 2 stands that we hunt over here at 15 yards. But I figured it was just a matter of time before he went where I needed him to be, and this morning it was just perfect. As you can see, we've got his sheds from the past 2 seasons as well. We've been fortunate enough to find those. Last year I walked this place up and down up on this ridge looking for his sheds and could not find them anywhere. But I ended up walking the waterway, and somehow I stumbled right on top of his left side. I couldn't believe it. Dad found, I think, the other 2 the year before. They were laying side by side, and then I want to say that his 2 from last year were about 100 yards apart. It's all kind of bittersweet, you know. That Deuce is finally dead, but it's an awesome feeling, and I feel like I've had a great season, and I'm excited to hopefully get out and film my dad shooting one now. So it's been an awesome year.
Hey guys, as you can see, we got pretty frigid temps here in Iowa. Wind chills are down in the teens, and we got snow on the ground. And we get a lot of questions on how we dress, how we layer up to sit in a tree stand and bow hunt and stay comfortable. And this year we partnered with Arctic Shield, and they have an awesome lineup of clothing. And so I thought I'd take this opportunity to go through my setup and how I layer throughout the season. So of course they have lightweight and midweight base layers, and those I'll use as needed throughout the season. At the beginning of the year, they have the Trek shirt and pant, which is their lightest layer, and it's really good for September, early October when the temps are warm. My personal favorite in their pant lineup is the Heat Echo Stalker. It's a little bit thicker, it's better in the brush, it's got some areas of stretch material, very, very comfortable, flexible, but keeps you warm. They have lots of options from vests, hoodies, and jackets. The way I like to do it is as it first starts to cool off, I use the Barricade fleece vest, and then I have like what I have on now, the Barricade fleece hoodie. And you can wear both of those together or individually depending on what the temps are doing, how windy it is. You know, when it's real windy, I really prefer to have the hoodie on to keep my head covered. Now for late season, they've got a few different options for bibs and parkas. I like the classic Elite bib and parka setup. It's just real heavy, keeps you super warm. They have two different types of heat retention technology in their clothing lineup. They've got the Retain, which is an aluminized layer that basically reflects heat back to your body. And so as you look through their lineup, you can kind of pick out which ones are meant to be a little bit warmer. And then they've got the Retain Active technology, which is made for that spot and stalk or mobile hunting where you're actually moving around and you don't want to be sweating a lot. That's got a little more breathability, not quite as much heat retention. So there's something for all types of hunting to allow you to stay out, stay comfortable, put more hours in the stand. And last but not least, arguably the most important thing is what they have to keep your feet warm. They have the Retain insole, so it's the same reflective technology that you can cut and shape and to put in your boot. But you guys have heard me talk about it a little bit, the boot insulators. They're phenomenal. The first time I was introduced to the boot insulators was at our summer meeting when Arctic Shield came down and talked to the pro staff. They did a demonstration. One boot in a tub of dry ice without the boot insulator and one boot in a tub of dry ice with the boot insulator. And dry ice is around like negative 110 degrees, super cold, way colder than anything we'd be hunting in. And within minutes, the foot without the boot insulator was hurting and it was removed from the dry ice. And the other boot, we got to 10 minutes and you were just starting to feel the cold. And that was pretty impressive to me. And I've been wearing them these last couple cold days. And like this morning, for instance, it was 15 degrees in the stand with the wind. And Ryan and I sat out there for 7 hours and my feet never got cold. And that's something I can say has never happened before. Usually that's what makes you need to get down, is your feet or hands get too cold. And so these boot insulators are a game changer as far as allowing us to stay out longer and just be focused and stay hunting. They're lightweight, they're packable. I like to stuff mine inside one another and clip it to the outside of the pack. You can roll them up, put them inside the pack. They're meant to carry to the stand and put them over your boot once you get in the stand. And they work tremendously well, just keeping that heat inside. They have the Retain technology to reflect heat back onto your body. So amazing job at keeping the feet warm. And I hope you guys try them out. As always, we really appreciate you guys joining us. Good luck and hunt safe.